Now, we all forget to have a snack in between meals and then we are too hungry for dinner. Do make sure that you have a snack at around 5 to 6 p.m. because otherwise you will be too hungry and eat the wrong things at the wrong time. So you have to choose your snacks also carefully. No junk foods to be eaten at that time. Eat healthier snacks. Now what can a healthy snack be? A healthy snack can be a fruit, or it can be some nuts, or it can be some high fiber biscuits, or you can have soya sticks or soya chips, the roasted version, not the deep fried ones. So these are some examples of healthy snacks that one can have in the evening between the two meals. Now last comes the dinner. Try and have your dinner 2 to 3 hours before bedtime, and after dinner one can have a small stroll. It's slow walking, not a fast paced walking. It will aid in the digestion, and a glass of lemon juice will also help. And yes, you have to not get up in the middle of the night to raid the refrigerator. Why? Because you have to give your digestive system a break to be ready for breakfast in the morning. Now this is all about the food that we should be eating. What about water? Water is most important too. You have to drink 8 to 10 glasses of water every day. Why? To keep you cool, to keep your body well hydrated, and most importantly, to get rid of the waste and the toxins from the body. Now the very busy fathers will say they have no time to look into all that much of nutrition, and they're always on the run, or they are eating out. So how can they help this whole situation? So there are some tips that we have for these busy fathers. Now these busy executives, they have a tough time keeping their meal routines in sync with their daily requirements of nutrients, and they frequently find themselves binging on fast foods, unhealthy high fat snacks, vada pav and samosas and everything coming to the office, and aerated beverages. One of the chief reasons for these is not planning the daily diet, one thing, and other important one is also eating out of stress, which happens with many people. Now the first step is to follow is do not skip your meals and take your meals on time. Well, I know it's easier said than done, but one has to plan work in such a way where you're trying to strike a balance between work and home. This is another thing to strike where you need to strike a balance about eating each meal and eating it on time, which is most important. Skipping a meal is like a crime. If you skip breakfast, then your metabolism becomes sluggish. Then you tend to eat more in the later half of the day, which makes the situation worse. The second step is to eat smart. Now what do we mean by eating smart? Eating smart means whatever you pick up, make the healthier choices. For example, you have opt for high fiber food. You go for whole grains and unprocessed cereals such as sprouts and even rotis made of whole wheat flour instead of versus a pasta which is made of refined flour. Now why do we need this fiber? Fiber we need this, it adds bulk to the diet, but does not add calories to the diet, and also promotes the health of the digestive system. Then you should refrain from eating meals outside or opting for takeaway foods, as most of those foods which are from out are calorie dense, packed with loads of fat, and obviously they don't seem to be light on your wallet also. So whenever we do eat out, even then we can make healthier choices. What are the healthier choices we can make? We can go for a grilled or steamed food. We can go for salad minus the dressings. And we can go for whole wheat rotis instead of butter naan and lachha parathas and kulchas. We can also go for stir-fried vegetables instead of the ones with heavy gravies. And for a dessert, you can go for a fruit chaat, for example, instead of an ice cream. So these are some simple suggestions, but the whole idea is to, even while eating out, you make healthier choices. Now the third step is to restrict your sugar intake. Avoid aerated beverages, because these aerated beverages, they are high on sugar, and make it a habit to go for healthier options in drinks too. Like go for a coconut water or a buttermilk to quench your thirst. And wherever possible, you can use honey instead of sugar. The fourth is to reduce your calorie intake from low nutrient foods. Now lots of this tea and coffee happens in offices, so you can reduce this tea, coffee, and even all the fried stuff, potato chips and all, because they are very low nutrition foods and they are high in calories. Last, which we've already spoken about, is to remember to drink plenty of water even while you are at work. Now this was all about the food and the drink. What about the exercise? So after a lot of food and drink, we surely need to shape up and shake up. Get 30 minutes of moderate physical activity most days of the week. Now, why is this important? Now, this good exercise most days of the week, it will reduce the risk of all these major diseases like a heart disease, colon cancer, diabetes, and high blood pressure. And it will also help to maintain a healthy body weight, joint strength, and mobility. Now, what else does exercise do? It conditions our hearts and arteries and respiratory systems, increases our stamina and general fitness. I'm sure most of you will agree with me on that. And promotes the cleansing of the blood. How? By stimulating the circulation and increasing the perspiration. Now, these activities also increase the flow of oxygen to all the organs, enabling the organs to work more efficiently. Obviously, it also burns calories, undoing some of the damage that most of us do by eating too much. In addition, it also strengthens the immune system, reduces stress, lowers serum cholesterol, and tones the nervous system. Any form of exercise one can take up, whatever one likes. Walking is the easiest to take up, or one likes to go to the gym. One can take up yoga and pranayams too. Now, after exercise, we come to regular screening tests. Now, for men 40 and above age, should go for regular screening tests once in 2 years if there are no symptoms and no risk factors. And for men 35 and above, if they are overweight or if they have any other risk factor, they should go for screening. It is most important. There is an interesting quote here which I like, because most of us feel, okay, this all information is very good. I imbibe one thing and I'll start it tomorrow. So here is a quote which says, when it comes to eating right and exercising, there is no I'll start tomorrow. Tomorrow is a disease. So one has to make the attempt and start now without any further delay. Now I would like to also mention here about, because we are talking of dads, I would also like to mention about alcohol and tobacco. Now alcohol, as you know, is a powerful drug. And what does alcohol do? Basically, it slows down the body and mind. It impairs the coordination. It slows the reaction time and impairs vision, clear thinking and judgment. We all know this. So dads, please drink responsibly, and above all, do not drink and drive. Now about tobacco. Avoiding tobacco of all kinds dramatically reduces the man's risk of premature death and disability from heart disease and stroke, chronic lung disease, and cancers of the lungs, larynx, esophagus, mouth, and bladder. So tobacco is to be avoided. Most important, to spend quality time with family and friends. For fathers, to spend quality time with their families. Play and recreation are an important ingredient of good health. So look for opportunities to be active and have fun at the same time with your families and friends. You have to plan outings and vacations that include some physical activity, and Last but not the least, you have to tell dad that what you love most is to spend time with him. That's it. Any questions if anybody